So you wake up early in the morning, you think the day might be just, you check the weather, it might be a little bit too cold to ride. And by the time you have your first cup of coffee, you're thinking, maybe I should go for a ride. And you go out to the garage to change your battery charges, and you look, it's 40 degrees already. Well, holy mackerel, let's go riding today. And then the sun comes out, and it gets even nicer. And by the end of the day, I was wondering, this morning when it was really cold, I was thinking, what was I thinking? Any day is a good day to ride an MT09. Well, it looks like we got a really cold day. The temperature dropped right back down. It was 38, but it's going up to 40, mid-40s, which means we're going to get a ride today. And I got to first thing, move some bikes around, do all the normal parking lot attendant thing. And then the main thing, have 2 extra cups of coffee for a day like today. But we will get out on the open road. And boy, yesterday it was great getting out on the FCR. And I just got home before it rained. Oh my God, the rain came. I beat it by about a half an hour. Anyway, I don't think today there's any chance of rain. Should be a nice day to get some pictures, nice day to get a ride, and just get out on the open road. So a couple of things. It really is, it just turned 40, but it's a clear blue sky, and we should get some nice pictures today. And even at this temperature, this bike really, I don't know what it is, it draws you in. Sometimes you think it's too cold to ride, and then you go look at the MT09 and let's go for a ride, baby. I don't know what it is. It is really an addictive motorcycle. I can't really put my finger on it, but it is just so much fun. A day out on the MT09, always so much fun. Now, even though it was chilly, the minute you get out on a bike and you start moving around in the saddle and working up a sweat, I don't know, you just forget you're cold. I do anyway. And until you stop, and then you realize, hey, it's really cold out here. Now, all through the ride, I noticed forsythias are blooming and a couple of flowers along the way, and it's the beginning. That changed my whole feeling for how cold it was today. Spring is in the air. And sorry about the wind noise. The Canon camera, there is no cure for that I have ever found. And it's not like the GoPro where they make that little cover for it. Nothing has ever made the wind noise go away. it's not going to be long now before the trees are going to start, the flowering trees are going to start blooming. And it's only a matter of days now before we're going to start to see some leaves, some foliage, and then very quickly it turns into a beautiful, beautiful backdrop on the ride. Today I had one of the best Valentine's saves I've ever had. Unbelievable. They were hiding right by the Lincoln Park Airport and in a spot it was impossible to see until it was too late. And Valentine saved my day. Thank you, Valentine. And whenever I buy gas on the Mt09, I just think, oh, how nice it is, especially with the high price of gas. How nice is it to be getting 50 miles to the gallon? And you probably could get more if you drive a little more reasonably. Now, I was out on the FZR. FZR doesn't have any quick shifter the other day. I get back on this bike, and all I want to do is use the quick shifter. See, that's one of the things. It's a lot of little things that draw you in, and you look around at a garage full of bikes, and you go, I think I'll ride the Mt09 today. And the leaves are still on the ground, and the trees are pretty much no leaves at all except for the evergreens. And very soon it's going to get a lot more scenic. And now that the roads are a little less salty, it just makes cleaning the bike at the end of the ride a little more palatable anyway. And I just hate cleaning the bike at the end of one of these rides when after they've salted the roads. Now, next time a bike needs tires, maybe even one of the other bikes, I'm going to get a set of the Michelin 6s. They've already come out, very highly rated. But to be honest, I haven't even finished the Michelin 5 test. I have to finish the 5 test. And with all the salt off the roads now and just have to deal with the leaves and stones and the dust and debris that's in the road, the traction control kicks in a lot less, and it's just a lot less of a hair-raising experience going around some of these really, really back roads. Some of the first real flowers of spring today. Every time I stop to take pictures along the way, I oogle a bike and check out the wheels and check out all the polished parts and carbon parts and little custom features. And I still have about 5 things on my bucket list. And the ABS is a feature of the bike, a safety feature. You don't use it that often, but every once in a while when you do and you're going through some slippery, some little stones or dirt or dust or whatever, and that ABS kicks in, you realize that is really worth it. Definitely worth it. Now the new box has worked out perfectly. When Luciano was at the house, he was looking at it and checking it all out, and it has just worked out perfectly. And especially on the FZR where it mounts further back on the bike. And on this bike, it's absolutely perfect. Now I always leave the traction control on in the most invasive setting. I'm not interested in doing wheelies, and I like the fact that it's going to save my bacon when I'm riding alone. And we have seen the last of the ice on the lakes up north here, and I did not see any ice today at all. And it just makes you feel warmer. Somehow you feel cold when you look out and they're ice fishing. Now, all the hours I spent polishing that exhaust, when I stand back and take some pictures from different angles and the sun starts reflecting off it in different spots, so worth it. That was one of the things that changed the look of the bike. And when I see one that isn't polished, I think, oh, I like mine better. It's right about this point in the ride where I start to appreciate how good that seat is. I know it doesn't look that good, and I've heard other people say, yeah, how good can it be? Look how thin it is. I don't know. It seems to work pretty good for me, especially on a day like today. And I love the look in the bright sun of how the carbon fiber reflects the light, and especially that piece of the front fender, the back hugger, all the parts under the windshield. Every little detail of this bike just adds something that I really enjoy looking at. But it's time to get back to the farm, and that boring ride on Route 80 back home, well, it was a wonderful day, and I hope if you've enjoyed sharing a ride with us, it's almost as good as being here, but nothing is better than just being on the seat of an MT-09. like my coffee? Well, we know where they can buy more. Today is Stacy's birthday, so we're going to have a big party for her. We're going to all eat ice cream and cake, right?
Sounds good.
So I hope you enjoyed sharing our ride on the Mt09. It turned out to be a nice day. Chilly. So, summer is not here yet. Cold. Anyway, it was just, roads are nice and clean now. The salt is gone. The last couple days of rain we've had flushed them down. There's no ice on the lake. There's no snow on the side of the road. And we had, even on this ride, I saw some flowers starting to bloom. So summer is on the way. And if you're at work, and you should be working now instead of watching this video, I'm going to call your boss. Just a quick reminder, the t-shirts are available, and they're available in 26 colors directly from TeePublic. The link is in the comments section on the video. It's a hot link. You're a couple of mouse clicks away from having one. You can print it on front, back, or both. There's a lot of stuff available. And the one I got already, I've got hanging on a wall in the shop. I'm going to be wearing it to the meetups. And I enjoy collecting t-shirts. I have a pretty extensive collection of both airplane and motorcycle and other things. But it's one of my little hobbies. I enjoy making t-shirts for each bike. And anybody wants one, they're available. Now it's summer just around the corner, and we're going to try to start riding all our collection of bikes to the various places that we ride and the meetups. And little by little, find out which ones of them are going to need some tires. I know a few of them are due for an oil change. And with a small collection of bikes, especially the older bikes, you're never bored. There's always some maintenance to do on a rainy day, and there's always something different for riding on a nice day. And today was just a great riding day. Now, it just couldn't be any nicer this time of year, unless it warmed up about 10 degrees. I love this time of year, and every one of the rides now is going to be just a little different as the trees, the flowering trees, the flowers come to fruition, and everything starts to turn green. And thanks so much for watching.